So good afternoon, Sir Victor D. Ombiga. For the first question, do you remember the 1967 formation of ASEAN? What were your impressions?
Well, I never had any impressions to begin with since I never knew it was built on 1967. But now I know. Thank you for that good information, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so good afternoon, no? Sa imuha, Ma'am Cyril. Okay, so ako ang first nga question para sa imuha kay do you remember the 1967 formation of ASEAN? What were your impressions?
Each aspects that we want to develop together. So
Okay, so thank you so much. Second question is the second question for you is if the formation of ASEAN was not memorable to you, or if you were not born or old enough to remember, what do you recall first hearing about ASEAN and in what context?
Well, I think it was high school at the time. I think second year high school. I've heard about it. The Philippines joining ASEAN to talk about economical things about the nation. I think trading was involved. So that was all that I remembered about ASEAN.
Okay, so thank you so much. If the formation of ASEAN was not memorable to you, or if you were not born or old enough to remember, when do you recall first hearing about ASEAN and in what context?
so I first heard ASEAN is when I was in elementary. Uh, uh, SEA Games were participated by the countries, the Southeast Asian countries, and from then on, I was informed about the ASEAN. So
Okay, so thank you so much. The third question, what do you think was the purpose of your country joining ASEAN?
I think it was to broaden economical growth, and I think to develop the trading of the Philippines at that time, to strengthen the bonds with other Southeast nations, including ASEAN organization. I think it's an organization. I don't know.
Okay, so and the next question is, what do you think was the purpose of your country joining ASEAN?
So I think the Philippines joined ASEAN to build camaraderie between the countries of Southeast Asian countries. No? It is, I think, an essential move um, to help our country to develop, especially in having security and stability, promoting peace towards Southeast Asian countries, to build support, and as well as peaceful resolutions in possible disputes, and including full respect to legal and diplomatic processes. So I think that is the reason why the Philippines joined ASEAN.
Okay, so thank you so much. Fourth question is, what benefits has ASEAN brought to your country or your immediate community?
Well, for the community, I think it is work, since a lot of say people from Southeast Asia are building their companies here in the Philippines. Trading is easier, work is rampant, so a lot of people are employed, and of course, the economic of the Philippines is better than before.
Okay, so and the fourth question is, what benefits has ASEAN brought to your country or your immediate community?
As a student, I saw that ASEAN is giving a lot of opportunities to the students, especially that they give support through giving scholarships to the students like us, and also it gives easier and cheaper travel to each ASEAN countries, and cheaper goods and services whenever we go to their countries. And I think through their organizations or their trainings to us youth, as a student leader or a young adult leader, we can be able to organize organizations that helps in various factors like climate change and such. So I think that is it. And they also give opportunities for further jobs and education. So.
Okay, so well said. The last question, what are the two most important challenges facing your community?
The community, I think Philippines as a whole, I think unemployment is still a problem, since a lot of since our unemployed people rate are increasing every year. So not all people are given the chance to work in companies, and not all college graduates are also given the opportunity. So I think that's one. And I think the other one is the rising prices of goods. Say, for example, rice and petrol, I guess.
Okay, so thank you so much. So the last question is, what are the two most important challenges facing your community?
I think the challenges that my community faces is, first, the very rampant subject, which is the graft and corruption that is happening in our country. Because of that, we cannot be able to progress us as a developing country, and also we have problems in giving equality towards each other in the aspects of respect, education, and a lot of factors actually. So I think those are the two things that challenges my community.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ma'am Cyril, for share ka sa imong nga time, no? Bisan sa imong nga busy nga person. Thank you so much.